Yeah, here we go again. Here we go again. Second Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13, 14, and 15. Second Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13, 14, and 15. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Christ. No wonder, for Satan himself transformed into an angel of light. So it's not a surprise if his ministers transform themselves into ministers of righteousness, whose end is according to their works. I need us to understand that when something is about to close, you are going to have an aggression. You are going to have a pedestrian aggression towards that thing. Whether if it's a restaurant, a shopping center, or wherever, you are going to have a rapid flow because there is an awareness of it is about to close. It is the same thing with the end of the world. It is the same thing with the end of the world. When the world is in the phase of ending, you are going to have a rapid movement of deception and evil. Evil on a whole is going to be on another level, a level of things going fast, things moving fast, and things being done in a hurry, things being done on a very aggressive level, on a desperate, evil level, because there is an expectation of an end. Therefore, you are going to have a different level. You are going to have a higher level of evil within the world. In this world, you have to understand that there is a leader of evil. And the leader of evil is mainly against the leader of good. And the leader of good is Jesus Christ. And the followers or the people of Christ reflect Christ. Therefore, whoever reflects Christ are going to be targeted. You got to understand it's a natural reaction for a person not to look for what he already has. Why would you look for something that you already have? Most of the time when there is a reaction of someone looking for something, is because that someone does not have what he's looking for. So the devil is on a prowl for Christians because Christians represents God, and Christians are the mean of being the vessels that can be used to administer the works of God in this earth. So the mission is to get Christians as much as possible, to dominate them in whatever way they can be dominated, for the purpose and for the sake of destroying the works of God in the earth. It has always been the situation, but it is going to become more and more aggressive, more and more the dark force is going to be more destructive towards Christianity. Christians need to understand that they are the target, because it has always been that from the very beginning. The war is between the devil and God. Therefore, it is going to be manifested on earth, right, against Christianity. So whatever is happening in the earth right now, it is gravitating towards destroying Christians. Christians need to wake up and start seeking God more than Christians need to wake up and start seeking God more than ever, because it is very important to have a close relationship with God in order to understand the tactics and strategy of the enemy, because the enemy are going to be more strategic and more insidious than ever, because of the fact that there is an end, and the end is inevitable. The end is inevitable, and he does not have any control over this reality. The devil does not have any control over this reality, because God is the one who is going to make it happen, make the world become to an end. And therefore, there is going to be a stronger work, a higher level of everything. Even within the kingdom of God, there is going to be a movement of God in the earth, but that can only be administered by those who truly walks with God. Those who truly walk with God are going to be the one that God is going to use, even though they might be a few in number. God does not need a whole crowd to perform his powers. He just needs an obedient vessel. That's all it needs, is an obedient vessel. If he could have used Samson to destroy 1,000 men, then that is the example to tell you that God doesn't need a lot. All he needs is just a vessel to obey. And so much can be done. So what I want to say is, the level of deception will increase, or it has already increased, and it's going to increase even more. The level of deception is going to be more than ever. The level of deception in pastors and prophets, fake prophets, false prophets, is on the rise. False prophets and false pastors, false ministers are on the rise. These false ministers, they are agents of the devil. These false ministers are often warlocks and witches. A lot of people have been deceived by witches who claim to be prophets and prophetess, when in reality they are witches and warlocks. Their prophecies are often done in the form of telling you things that are secretive, things that no one knows. A witch can do that. A witch can tell you secrets, because you got to understand that we are living in a world that is not so far away from the spirit world. And the spirit world is the first one, because God is spirit, and God is the creator, and God dwells in eternity. God is eternal. So therefore, the spirit world is first. And if the spirit world is first, it means that every person that is born in this earth, right, they are being monitored by evil spirits also. So if you come up in a church and you confront, or you are standing in front of a person who claims to be a prophet or a prophetess, and they are fake, right, they can easily go into your life through the assistance or the intervention of demons and tell you your life. This is how they are able to captivate people in their falseness, because they are assisted by, or they have gotten their information from familiar spirits or demonic entities. And people are desperate. People are no longer They are no longer interested in waiting on God or seeking God. People treat the approach to God like going to a KFC or a McDonald's. They expect things to go fast because it is a tendency of expecting things to be done fast. This is how the generation of today is. As they're so accustomed of this fast, as they're so accustomed of this fast thing, they treat God the same way. They treat God as, they look for information. They want answers fast, and as they cannot get it fast, as they don't get it as expected, they are going to get caught by the false prophets and false teachers and so on. And that's how these witches are able to captivate them. Because the devil know that they are desperate and they don't have no patience. They don't have no patience. They don't have no patience. They don't have no time to wait. Remember the Bible said to wait upon the Lord and he shall renew your strength. Well, the generation is contrary to that. They don't have time to wait. So this is an opportunity for false preachers and false prophets and false prophetess, right, to take advantage of. And they know this because this is how the generation is today. And once a person has allowed a false prophet or a false prophetess to speak over their life, he or she is in trouble. When you allow a false prophet or a false whoever to speak over your life, you have given demonic entities the rights to the futuristic plan of God in your life. Because what happened is the false prophecy that you were given, right, is the open door for these demons now to go into your future and administer things that were not put by God. A lot of people are messed up because they have allowed these false ministers to speak over their lives. And and these false ministers, when they speak things over your life, the devil is able to steal things. The devil is able to steal things from your future, from your life, through you allowing that false prophet to prophesy lies over your life. Remember the Bible said the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. See, people think that the devil is going to come and just steal, grab you and take away your watch or whatever. No, he steals through the falsehood of prophecy, false prophets and prophetess and false ministers. He steals this way. That's the way he steals things. Once you allow a false prophet or a false prophetess or a false minister to deceive you in their falsehood, you have allowed and give the devil a legal right to your life to come and steal things within your life and cause a havoc. Literally deflect your life from the path it was supposed to take to a path which the devil now put you on because of your consent to that false prophecy which being spoken to you by the false prophet or prophetess or whoever. So we have to be very careful with these prophets and prophetess. There are a lot of prophets and prophetess going around declaring themselves to be prophets and prophetess of God, when realistically they are witches and warlocks taking the image of prophets and prophetess. Okay?
Have invaded upstairs. The roach invaded upstairs, like they invaded the kitchen. The roach have invaded upstairs.